Here is the perfect cricket joke. Imamul Haq has just been run out. Ravi Shastri, this is the sixth time he's been run out since 2018, the most for any Pakistani batter. Then, of course, there was Imamul Haq who had 40 record runouts. Do you think running out runs in the family? Sunil Gavaskar, I don't think it runs in the family because the family can't run. That is a perfect cricket joke. It has an easy setup, a simple punchline, and stats. And that's been happening with Pakistan a lot recently. They are giving the setup and the punchline for themselves. Like, okay, here's the example. Aaqib Javed, the Pakistani coach, before the match said that we will surprise India. And they did surprise India by not showing up. Imagine you've got wind of the fact that there is a surprise party for your birthday. And you show up at your house like, this is going to be great. And there's nobody there. It's an empty house. Because you're all alone in this world and nobody likes you. And Iffy Bhai in a corner is calling you a Ghante ka king. Let's look at the Pakistan innings for a second. Babar Azam looked amazing for 27 minutes. And then he got out to a ball outside the off stump. It's true what they say. He is the Virat Kohli of Pakistan. Now all he needs to do is marry an actress from Lollywood. That's actually what it's called. That's the name of the film industry, is Lollywood. Like, Hindi film industry is called Bollywood. We can't really say much. But look, man, I feel bad for Babar Azam. And 2 days after Babar Azam was criticized for having a low strike rate, Mohammad Rizwan scores 46 of 77. And then there is a 100-run partnership, which is the slowest 100-run partnership for Pakistan since 2014. It's been 11 years. This is the slowest partnership in Pakistan history. Most countries are trying to get more aggressive, let's move forward. Pakistan is like, let's look at the past, guys. That's when we used to win things. Maybe if we replicate that, we'll go back to winning things. But I just think that most people don't understand Pakistani cricket. They are essentially playing T20 cricket because against New Zealand, they had 162 dot balls. Against India, they had 157. So when you remove those number of balls, it's essentially a T20 match. People don't understand that Pakistan is working on a different level in ODI cricket. I mean, with that number of dots, you could literally resolve tuberculosis. With that many dots, you could run out of ink in an Epson printer. With that many dots, you could give a lot of pleasure in a Durex condom. And Durex, by the way, tweeted about this loss. What is happening to it? And that's the best Durex could do. The game slipped away. That didn't even make any sense. At least the dots joke that I had. Durex, we have more dots for your pleasure. Or how about this? Durex, when you want your partnerships to go faster. Take it. It's free. But let's of course talk about India. We gotta give some flowers to Hardik Pandya because Indian fans don't seem to want to give him any credit ever. We are just angry with him. When Hardik does well, we're like, this guy did well again. Why? He bowled very well. This is not the first time that Hardik Pandya has actually out-bowled the top two seamers in the team whenever Bumrah is not playing. Otherwise, it's not possible. He bowled very nicely. It was great. So good job, Hardik Pandya. May you blossom and prosper. We also cannot forget one of the greatest DRS reviews in the history of cricket. Shahid Afridi is plumb in front of the wicket. It is so plumb that going forward, the ICC could use his leg as a substitute for the middle stump in all DRS reviews post that. The DRS used to be called Dhoni review system. In this, it's don't review Shaheen. And I mean, Afridis have had problems with reviews, like with out decisions and their age. By the way, I have to talk about this, okay? One of my favorite shows out there is, of course, The Dressing Room. And Ajay Jadeja in The Dressing Room was talking about, hey, so Shahid Afridi is married to Shaheen Shah Afridi. How is that possible? I didn't even know that Shahid Afridi's daughter was that old. I mean, we thought his age was something else, and everybody in that room was like, let's just move on. Let's just move on, guys. Let's just move on. The marriage between Shahid Shah Afridi and Shahid Afridi's daughter is proof of what Shahid Afridi's actual age is. And here's the real truth. You look at Shahid Afridi and you're like, dude, this guy's still 26. So who cares about his age? He still looks like he's a young man. Shahid Afridi looks at this age like Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Let's come to India's innings where Rohit Sharma came out there and played a selfless knock. And honestly, I thought it was a great knock because he just went for it. Right? He tried to pull a Travis head on Pakistan and almost succeeded. He got out to a fantastic delivery. Not much you can do about that. Thoroughly enjoyed Rohit Sharma playing that kind of knock. And generally, every time you see him bat like this, you think to yourself, this is literally because of Australia batting the way they did against us. So Pakistan, don't blame Rohit Sharma. Blame Travis head, like Indians have been doing for many years now. And of course, when there's Pakistan, Virat Kohli is never far. I am convinced that Virat Kohli is still not in form. But just when he plays in Pakistan, his instincts just kick in. Just an animal instinct. You know, like how salmons will swim upstream and bears will hit them and eat them. It's just instinct. Virat Kohli could just wake up any day of the week and he's like, Pakistan, here is 100. We won the chase. Next match, he'll play against whoever it is, against New Zealand. Outside the off stump, out 0 of 1. He's not in form. He's just in form against Pakistan. Fantastic knock by the king. And this was the contest of the kings. Both of whom don't want to be called the king. This is like reluctant Game of Thrones. It's Game of Thrones if nobody wanted power. Or Babar. By the way, we have to talk about one of the most beautiful things in Indian cricket, which is the Virat Kohli single. The pace at which he runs, I mean, it's extraordinary. I think like there's Glenn Phillips and a few other people who come close, but it's fantastic watching Virat Kohli run. At 37, my God. And then you realize that this is the difference between Virat and, I hate to say this, and I love the man, Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma yesterday almost pulled his hamstring because he started walking towards Akshar Patel. Because he was happy that a wicket fell down. Rohit Sharma almost pulled a Hassan Ali by walking. That's the difference. And again, I love Rohit Sharma, but it's kind of funny that happened. I think we've all got it wrong about Pakistani cricket, right? Because more viewership for Pakistan matches happen on YouTube. So maybe that's what's running the entire Pakistani cricket infrastructure. People will watch Iffy Bhai, dressing room, Wasim Akram, Shoaib Akhtar, caught behind, because I know all these places because that's what I do also with my time. And that's what works for Pakistani cricket. When they win, okay, those videos are going to be watched by 190 million people. But when they lose, it's going to be watched by the world. 1.3 billion people are anyway added on. So Pakistan cricket, thanks a lot for sticking to what works for you and supporting international cricket and financing the careers of all these YouTubers. I honestly feel bad for Pakistani cricketers because since the last 3 years, I think they've had 32 selectors. 32 selectors. I think if you were to document how many players got selected to play for Pakistan, it would be less than 32. They have more selectors being selected than selectors selecting players. That is a crazy stat. The selectors could form a Pakistan A, B and C team. They've had 3 chairpersons, I think, in 18 months. That chair is being more consistent than the people sitting on it. Players in Pakistan get injured and the board is just like, just go, just leave, you're injured, just do it yourself. We have Crocin, you want Crocin? Yeah, your back is broken. Soframycin maximum, we can do 2 tablets, okay? That sucks. Listen, again, we have to talk about Hardik Pandya. He's the most fascinating man in the Indian dressing room. Virat Kohli is batting on 85. India need 28, whatever to win. Hardik Pandya is like, forget it, man. I'm just going for it. Who cares about his century? Here's a 6, here's a 2, here's a 4, and then he gets out on a pretty good bouncer. And Virat Kohli is like, thank God. Now I can score 100. And then, of course, Akshar Patel comes and helps him out. Hardik Pandya trying to smash the ball out of the park when Kohli is nearing 100 is peak Hardik Pandya. And Akshar Patel helping Virat Kohli score his century is peak Bapu. And I will be perfectly honest, I am absolutely fine with Hardik Pandya going for the win. I understand this whole thing about, you never get hundreds and hundreds are rare. Win the match first. I don't want any last minute jitters where suddenly everybody's trying to get Virat Kohli to get to a century and suddenly we are 8 down. Go for it, Hardik Pandya. I don't forget the trolls, forget everything else. Hardik Pandya and Shahid Afridi both tried to prevent Virat Kohli from getting there, but it was inevitable. Go for the win, friends, despite Virat Kohli's 100. By the way, I have to point out a few Indian fans who have been going online and saying, oh my God, this match is boring. Like, who cares? Pakistan is not competing. This is really like, this is barely a match. Are you genuinely not excited about India beating Pakistan in a match? In either direction that happens, that country is always excited. Whether we beat each other in hockey, volleyball, kho-kho, whatever it is, enjoy the win. I'd rather us having these one-sided wins than these close losses. Enjoy it. We've beaten Pakistan. It's been fun, but be nice online and don't behave like an a-hole, friends. Anyway, that's it from me. If you've enjoyed, do give a like and give a comment and all those wonderful things that people do. We can do a podcast for this day because everybody seemed to be incredibly busy. And so yeah, this is just something that I decided to put out some content for you. If you enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments and keep watching and subscribe to the channel. We've had a lot of videos in the past with a lot of people, Shoaib Akhtar, Hardik Pandya, Wasim Akram, a lot of people we've spoken to in the past. Thanks a lot for watching. Love you all. Marry me. Goodbye.